sleep and slip right into a daydream that may seem like a lifetime. Then the night rewind to this light shine upon my face as I awake to daydreaming and chase demons way to the evening till I'm sleeping. Then I awake, freeze, and I start screaming. It's late, sharp breathing, my heart still beating. Running through the pocket patch, thunderclap, lightning, rain, rivers running from the gaps, valleys, plains, hills, cornfields, the sun and running back above the map. Is this sleep deprivation, or am I on deep medication? Am I meditating till I'm asleep, but I keep awakening? I'm searching for the requiem inside my mind's aquariums, trying to break free from this lucid entrapment, using music as my blueprint for magic, my inception to my insurrection for madness. Blessed be priest message, each record's a classic. Pray there's no wreckage when her spirit exit the casket. I called her mommy till she's wrapped like a mummy. My arms crumbled as the grates was taken from me. I shook like a quake, her spirit left like a sun and sea. Then shout, Mom, you did great, wonderfully. I came from the thunder inside your belly, healthy with one his head. I'ma take hold of the beast. Soon as your soul release, I'ma let go of peace. Now I'm ready for the war that was shown to me. I'm the devil's hunter, that's the spirit I'm under. I'ma chase you to nightfall, to the sun up, to break the chains of asunder. I have insomnia, on my way to the Andromeda. Study the planets like an astronomer. Interstellar, I'm telling with the elders from South America. I'm 51, and I'm familiar with that area. I'm with the healers when I wrote Rocket to Nebula. My veins are filled with the ancestors' blood, and I'm a replica of the messenger. When it rains, it's just a flood to cover the plains from something high-tech above. The unexplained, the sun is my main. I'm unreachable, untamed, unspeakable, unchanged. I remain the same. Only see growth through my deep quotes. Tell Thoth I'm in deep thought. I could break a bill if they free range. My mother's initials on God's keychain. Store bills, cornfields, chasing up the Lauren Hill. I'll get up to sworn deals, born skills. Wintertime, warm meals. My mother's gone, I'm on still. Waking up the morning chills. Here to a dimension fillers to filters. Of spirits for healers. To becoming wireless into splitters. To deliver. You begin losing signal, they are little. Into crystals. In the middle. Behind the moon's gateway. In the shape of an egg. No more naysayers as you're going through the lunar haze. Face plates. Infinity in the 8 shaped. The time is wintry, you see the gray 8. Then turn to the grave and say, where's your debate? For this is fate. I start unplugging, debugging. Before my transition, make man see woman. Then plant myself into the seed before the bee coming. I'm still in the cornfield running. Interstellar, Cinderella, said Cinderfella. I transcend from the nebula. This is the end of an era. I wish you good luck in all your endeavors. Release the pressure, the depressor. Then read the letters. Encounter us without seeing a body, like you emailed us. Delightful that it's not when you contact us, it's when we write you back. I used to watch continents fall, just by my chi energy alone. I never used stone, I destroy cities by using cotton balls and big pillars of silken clouds. I watched their towers go down like a comet hit their walls, then smash their buildings with fog. That is all. The post verse. Trying to phone home, picking up ETs on the main line. After I crash, I'm experiencing amnesia and deja vu at the same time. And an unexpected close encounter of the fifth kind. The Akashic Records, Book of Revelations, we experience the sixth sign. What the prophets predict, shift paradigms. Do we believe in the tarots or their minds? The man that travels through the shadows till he shines. Factual, they don't attack you, they attack the genes. My black queen took the vaccine. They blaspheme, ask Tutankhamun, they get curses when you unmask kings. Martin Luther and his one last dream. Riding bikes, climbing heights, whiny heights, flying kites, lighting pipes, Mayan sights, driving pikes, find a blinding light, road at night, motorbike, roller coaster sight, closer bright, poltergeist.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got home safe, son. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
Message saved.
newsletter. I should cut my ear off like Van Gogh. Stop performing at the Klan shows. Watch myself from the audience. Play piano with lit candles. I mean, I'll still perform, but the thrill is gone. I don't feel as strong, maybe because the wheel is torn. I clutched in a ball because I'm sick to my gut. Then I brushed off the dust, stood up like I was touched by healing palms. I picked up my shield and 3 rocks as I'm hearing psalms. Know ye not that ye are gods? And I've been blocked by bouncers, overlooked by the announcers. I'm in a stand with the fans, which told me many of my album was like a counselor. They said songs like Then From Now, got them from then to now. Even deja vu, they said the old man was you in a reoccurring nightmare where you kept coming back around. I took a picture with him, and he showed me a picture of his daughter in a cap and gown. He said he put her through college because your words stood up for knowledge. Said, to be honest, you like a prophet. I said, stop it. He said, what made you right before quarantine take us to Nebula in a rocket? I said, it was just my journey to the planet of gods, a divine intervention. Just a mantra, I said, for the monsters in my head. Kept reliving, but we true and living. Like 3 supermen did. He said, who you kidding? That was a beautiful listening. Clan came on, the music was hitting. They did 4th chamber while I talked to strangers about his divorce and child support papers. Got it restrained and caught for his anger. On the cross cause of haters. As Ghost finish up with the black suede while he dawn. They look around, I'm not on. They search backstage and I'm gone. Watch finish the set, play the next song. Play the next. Nobody would remember. He hardly was a member. But the gods was his avengers. With the bars, always an inventor. From kindergarten to jobs at the center. From the mini-mart, parking cars for the winter. Kept a penny jar. What's the odds I get injured? Dreams of a football star was hindered. My lovers died, my brother's demise. My first son arrived in September. Virgo. No more pop locking like a turbo. Stopping and Stockton in my circles. Better that's her, love was eternal. Ancestors, embrace her. Saw it in my dreams like Jacob. Wrestle with the devils before I wake up. Or was that an angel in flames who renamed you? Kill a priest to join the Wu-Tang school. Say to them, old son of man, now children go in the land. Now I'm on sender. 5 deadly venoms.
Freak out, yo!
There's no biopsy or autopsy for the outer body. The experience is godly. The appearances is foggy. A celestial safari. Getting rid of the ego. Like the wheel of Ezekiel. Pyramids of the beetle. Indigenous people. Peaceful, I'm ready, my eyelids are heavy. The sky bridge over the levee. Timeless Orion, Timeri, where the lions are buried. Holy Mount Zion sanctuary. Mount Sinai, the saints were Aries. Planets revolve, the sun is steady. Over the Gobekli Tepe. My mother's the cover, she's the blanket to what I'm thinking. Set me free like Lincoln, to the land of the ancients. I read the chapters because the master above. Esoteric Noah was born after the flood. Blackness is love, circular field. Merkaba whale, Church of Israel. Solomon hologram, serpent seal. The Nawa language. Hey, our foundation. Shishun, tonight, low moon. When I talk, you see frost, cold room. Mama, mama, mama. Mother, mother, mother. Mommy, auntie, no gravity. Palm tree, sunlight become ice upon the seas, glaciers. My eyes have seen Queen Asia, Lisa, Kevin, greater in heaven, spiritual seekers. Once your fleshy vehicle leave us, where you go, no toll, no visa, no passport, just whisper last thoughts. Helen Cova went to sleep in a coma, the snake biting the tail of the cobra. The body's just a shell, the soul comes back and forth over and over. I wear the sackcloth, tears fall like boulders. She pushed me here to the culture. My sister hair was in rollers. 1960, Walter Curry and her appeared on the sofa. That was December 25th. No one ever saw that pic. Songs like For Tomorrow and Happy. The sorrow, I never did one for daddy. Allow me to borrow from the cosmos of the Black Sea. She left Aunt Carrie, Aunt Cassie, Uncle Amos, holding unks in their paintings. They're amongst the ancient. Black monks with the winged disc. I cruise inside the dream ship.
And if you consider that, you realize that what you mean by yourself is rather narrowly circumscribed. Even events that go on in our own bodies are put in the category of things that happen to us in the same way as things that go on in the world outside our skins.
Dream state, I escape. My visions are smoky. Tangible candles on grand pianos. But I live my life in low key. That's the arrow in the bull ring. I have to pull strings for things I want in life. From making the bands, the sound of clashing pans. My kitchen was haunted at night. That's just my mother preparing salmon patties for the family. Grits and eggs, I miss her ways. Sweet potato pies or fish fillets. Then a bright light, I'm in a photo shoot with this unnoticed group. Hairs on their faces look grayish. All ages from old to new. We were stoned to death by the photographer's cameras. Till this day I have flashbacks. They give me chills when I'm laying still. The picture glass where I crash at. Back in the days I was signed to ASCAP. But now I don't have to wait, it's Cash App. Older rappers used to sleep on me. Knapsack. Till I got my pen and my pad out of my backpack. I was good with mathematics and add rap. I said, young king, don't let no one push you around. He just stared. The sun flared as he rode off in his wheelchair. Shattered dreams, the master scene as the Nazarene. Resurrected the seven-headed dragon queen. Mesoretic or esoteric, Holy Quran or magazines. Leviathan and Empire descends, then riots begin. The Bible's revenge, tribes of men. Some disciples, some messiahs defend. With great flapping wings, inner vision, reminiscing, reoccurring. We are turning, peep the curving, and the people turbans that keep it urban. Priest the hermits achieve gay learning. My rebellion Helen, she seldom dwelling. The elders shall welcome the hell I fell from to walk amongst the peasants. Nervous condition, I used to bite my nails young. At 33 I had a vision. I stumbled across the path of a man named Jesus one day getting hammered with some of my carpenter co-workers. In my dreams under a lantern and wind chimes and dream catches. My ruler measures the end of times, the Elohims and letters. Helen, Helen. 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 Red poppies above dead bodies. Gloomy, I tread safaris. Mommy, I'm sorry. I use the trunk of the weeping willow like a pillow. Within the haze near the grave, in the shade, where flowers withered and billow. Plenty allergies, pretty poppy seeds. Out of focus bees, lily of the valley. The sky's misty and it's cloudy. Tuxedo pouring whiskey from the balcony. Late spring, lakes near streams. Petals are bell-shaped or winged. Walking behind the drapes is my queen. Near daylight savings, stinging nettle, I settle near the rose petal. The four-leaf clove unfold in the meadow. It's foggy. I see the running image of my sister Audrey. Slow motion, approaching, talk to me. Wartime free, August us 3. She's the 5th, my mom's the 9th, I'm the 16th. Can't forget the 22nd, my nephew's in heaven. Russell, it turns dust soon. Mushrooms, Marcus Deli near the elderberries. Statues of the Savior child held by Mary. Hundreds of souls get up and dwell a berry. Vision blurry, cemeteries, winter's heavy. Shade gardens, I come to pay homage. Enslaved garments, the day orange. Cypress trees, flightless bees. At night chickweeds, a psychic breeze. Hyacinth leaves, fine mist over the high sticks. Wide width on the side of bricks. It's fire pits, requirements, it's quietness, like observing the hieroglyphs or doing tantric yoga. The Sanskrit holder, the people from the planets over. Yoda culture to the man named Noah. Grower, chrysanthemums, flowing from axiom. Africans, ashes in the wind, blowing in the grasses laid the gin. Amen. Picking flowers during the bewitching hours.
The 260,000 people have signed a petition demanding the money for the fireworks is spent on fighting the fires. The Lord Mayor, Clover Moore, said she shared the deep sympathies of those who signed the petition, but stressed that the fireworks were planned months in advance and most of the budget had already been spent. Linda McCormick, who started the petition, thinks that position could change.
Okay, it's your mother. I'm just calling, checking to see if you got home safe, son. Give me a call so I won't worry. Love you. Bye.
When it's stormy weather, I'm the storyteller. The 4 o'clock a.m. coffee stirrer. Unorthodox sayings, the fortune teller. The astronaut ancient from the orbit nebula. My hands on the rock paints, metamorph into feathers. Before I fly away, I pray my soul to keep. I wake up twice, once to cut off the lights, the other to cut off the darkness in my room before I go to sleep. My nightmares, I'm right there. It never made me roll in my sheets. It just made the crows at my window start poking their beaks and crocking their calls. Some squall, I'm watching them fall. I rose to my feet, dead poets beneath. I see them through the fog, frozen in the creek, pointing upward like we chosen a priest. Anointing, comfort, when my mother's omens speak. The clairvoyance converts, the atonements are brief. Now all I see is the songbirds during the moments of grief. And when birds die, they just stay in the sky. Their wings no longer wave and fly. Trillions of them way up high. As flesh, feathers, and bones go as days go by. Stare up at their grave and cry, but our tears fall back in our eyes. Reverse, research, rehurt, we leave earth. As the minister preach at the dirt, we throw flowers like it's power. It showers, then we meet and greet at the church. Sing songs, memories, and someone leads with a verse. We were strong with long history. We treated like family since birth. The Adzi-Luth emanation, the Briar creation, the Yetzirah formation, the Asiya action. I can connect the kinetic correlation. The Ka is like a car. The Ba is like the soul, your God. A set is the death. A saw you resurrect. Recharged. You evolved and revolved. Spoken by the preacher, the priest, the rabbi, the imam. But that's religion. This is the solar system. The transition to the ascension. Old traditions from the mathematicians. Magicians with the craft they written. The scientists with their labs are hidden. Hiram a bit, Boaz of Aegisthus, from snow gas to liquid, from topaz to gad, they pass down the image, along a path that leave remnants, so we can reminisce. What I write in my pad is the experience, except the unlimited. The Aborigines at odds with the demigods in the land of Oz. The historian tells a girl lost on a trail, Dorothy Gale, and a tiny dog Toto, in a magical world looking for a wizard somewhere over the rainbow. Young ears close to these fables. From sun flares, I molded an angel. Watch me completely disappear, no remote or no cable. Recalling memories that never existed. Free falling endlessly, drifting, remembering to forget it. The psychiatrist said the bad weather's gone, so I write my journal with the lexicon. The external hexagon on my chest is the cube of Metatron. The ex-user said the methadone I'm on got me seeing leprechauns. There's sweat in my palms and under my arms are strong. I've been watching episodes of Star Trek all morning, all day long, while the security guard watches porn. House shoes in a docile mood. I'm going crazy without you. That's my deja vu. My days without food. I'm in the days with counsel while you go into the haze from the graves that shallow. Soundproof, spiritual in the vehicle. Car going so fast. Despair beyond sight, beyond night, so fast. Spiritual vehicle crash into his own headlights. Breaking the hourglass like the widow spider that spins the web and slowly thread a life. And this is holy matrimony to red bed a wife. We find solitude in its altitudes into a molecule. Feels like we vanishing slowly. The planets are ghostly. Looking back on our bodies, how much mileage we use. The noise I avoid, the silence is my school. Rest on the weekend. Garden of Eden, the carbon I'm breathing with oxygen. Nitrogen, hydrogen, Leviathan. Rise from the sea where I absorb the sun vitamin, which is the light of men. Libations to the divine. Cave excavations, migrations of the Nile. Indwelling principles, my mother name is in a shrine. Extended continents, flames around my mind. Object of adoration, spiritual ascension. Nibiru through extension. The miracle of Kidman, the mirrors drew attention. Imperial dimensions, we're grafted into the spiritual roots, then fashioned into our physical suits. Left the wild trees, strange fruit. The valleys, rain-produced, sugarcane juice, book of angels, near a brook of volcano. The pillars shook and became loose, and out of the fog came a moose. Like the fairy tale of Mother Goose, it spoke, and camouflaged within the smoke like a ghost. The hand of God dropped my coat, then we float. The land of Nod I awoke, and I wrote on these tablets, broken up in fragments. Placed them in the basement, put some in the attic. Rolled them up in fabrics, took them to the labyrinth and the secret passage. Reaching the weekend of the Sabbath, the cave ground steepens, then leaking with gases. Maybe fatal, and that man may be Gabriel, hovering over the baby's cradle. Helen Colvin, the lady angel, talking to herself in a low tone. Morphing to an elk, walking by itself above the crow flown. The cross of skull and bones, all alone, being the object of contempt. Distrust destroys my desire. Is this baptism or a rinse? Mom, you're my everything, and I never will forget. No regrets as we lay to rest. Me and Paulette was blessed. Had us both on the 16th day, October, and August was next. We love you, Mama, with so much honor. You were the greatest. Love your spaceship. You snuck away in the silence. Every day is a challenge. It's hard for us to embrace it. She went far above a space weightless balance.
I wonder if it's ever struck you how curious a thing it is that most of the things that we experience, we regard as things that happen to us, which we ourselves do not originate, which are events expressing some sort of power or activity that is external to ourselves.
Hey, what's up, Mom? It's me, your son, Walter. Priest, I just want you to know that I got your message and I'm okay. And I know you want me to be okay. And I think about you every day. And you've been on my mind ever since. And you know that I love you. And I know that you love me. And me, Paulette, and the rest of my kids, everybody's happy. And Paulette and Treese, everybody, we think about you all the time. And I'm just going to leave this message for you. And this message is from all of us. We love you, Mom. This is for you, Mother. You're the best mother I've ever had. The only mother I've ever had. And you're the best woman in the world. I love you, Mom. Till we see each other again. Bye.
God or a system of belief that suppresses human psyche. And so this is very valuable in terms of feminist theology. In fact, it depicts really the role of the Divine Mother, whether we call her Imma in the Western tradition or Kuan Yin, or any one of the titles we find in the Eastern tradition, in India, Tibet, China, Japan. All of these traditions are meaningless in terms of a religion that emphasizes only the male. So this book is revolutionary, and it fits really the work of the 21st century. It forecasts eventually the marriage of the spiritual and scientific through the coming mind.
Well, many religions and mystical traditions are now talking about the Divine Mother, the return of the Divine Mother, Native American, Hindu, and all the literature I read is all about this return of the female essence. Now, is the Divine Mother, I've asked you this before, an embodiment, an essence, or is it like the understanding of the Christ being in each one of us? Or is there an external figure that is this divine being that appears as the Virgin Mary, or as Isis, or as the white buffalo calf woman? Is that separate from us?
We would say, regarding the complexity of the Pistis Sophia, it's both and. In other words, the underlying psyche of the universe is in part feminine. You find this in the traditions of the Far East, in the Indian and the Tibetan sutras, the sacred texts. You find it in the West, depicted in Proverbs chapter 8, or depicted all throughout the lesser-known mystical literature of Christianity and Judaism. But in a proper sense, there is above all of this, as you can see by this marvelous icon from Greece, the realization that there was a universe beyond us, through which the divine and the human participate together. And in some instance, the feminine operates on many levels. Our cosmic counterparts are part of the mothering aspect of life. And in this depiction of the birth of the Christ child, we see our own birth of the Christ nature within ourselves. In the depiction of the vase or the chalice, we see the coming together of the various emanations of the tree of life. So this is a Greek depiction of something sacred we find in the Psalms, we find even in the very first chapters of Genesis, that the divine Shekinah, or divine Ruach, Spirit of God, is able to take on many forms. It is within us as well as beyond us.
So, well, you mentioned, first of all, that there was female disciples as well as male disciples that Jesus had. I think that's very important for people to understand, that it wasn't just this little boys club that they had going. You know, they had equal participation among the females, and that's a big revolutionary statement for a large part for Christians.
Exactly, and I feel this is one of the reasons the Coptic Gnostics were persecuted, and after the 3rd century really disappeared from the scene. This knowledge was buried.
See, first things gotta exist. You need your sheer bliss. Your bliss.
Jump over there for.
From the great universe, from the moon to the earth, then from the womb to the nurse. Room for the hearse, tiny room in the church, till we finally consumed in the dirt. The name on the tomb, but you was in tune, so you reversed. From the tomb to the dirt, you fall back on your shirt. Hop out of the hearse, back to the nurse. Now we're in the moon before your birth. The moon craters, twin raiders, true sayers, shoot lasers. Draw from the ocean urban craters. Who's greater? The lesser light, meteorite, birthright, fluorite, absorb night. Witches ride boom before, bright aura. Owls spread the wing before it. Seen in the orbit, like the orb lit. See the Taurus, the pyramids on the crust. We all made from stardust. The God touch, bars thrust. So the 100 moons in the galaxies move.
Ah, come on, man. He breaks my legs with that? Are you kidding me?
Is that ancient knowledge of a sacred goddess, matron naked, leaves the promise of a faithful
universe is not in time and space. You're being created right now for a purpose. The things that you did was your explosive brain. That's explosive brain charge. In other words, you can't tell me to stop playing. If you can't tell me to leave these women alone. Then you wasn't destructive of yourself.
Oh my God.
You can't tell me you can't guide me unless you walk the path. You're telling me. You can't tell me, oh, prison, don't go to jail, young man. All you did was live in the suburbs. No, it doesn't even work with the heart like that. Most people really listen to the person who's walked their path. Yeah. Used to ride around in go-karts. Orthodox. Go-karts, the Mozart, old art, and broke hearts from the Renaissance, Byzantine icons, firearms, Viacom, Messiah's palms, tarot cards, five of wands, poison frogs on the lawn, ground it up with my sword, put it in your spinal cord, tiger claw, break beds and drawers, the drink tea, prayer beads, hellberries, play chess, take a rest before I break necks. Listen to instrumentals and temples and Hindus. Move my pencil while beating you in 10 moves. Initials on the mothership symbols. All demons will tremble. While like ice and I fulfill ignorance. Guillotines for the Philistines. I like women European, Muslim jeans. Or from the Philippines. From Hawaii, still judge wisely. So nothing never surprises me.
The dude was helping me. I just want to
Fear starts with fear starts. Tears start with fear marks. Fear parts with clear hearts. Fear art with sheer smarts. The dear hearts. Heart snap a twig bark. Sneak attack on creek rats. Reaching knapsacks. Crack a fig back. Slash a wig flat till armies react. Living energies never flee intact. Embrace for impact of synapse. Your will snaps and hidden hill traps. In exactly 10 flat enemies retract. The green map show ancient artifacts and geese and path. Bear witness in nature, reflections of God's mass. There's fitness in sabers, deflections of God's wrath.
Oh my
I hit
God.
the paper intention of God's smack. And it's an odd fact when wings flap, I bring down syntax of a weapon trap. You wriggle like a thin strap, chin slap, the grab hat.
Bullshit.
No translation needed, situation to heat them, proceeded to free them. Bruce with eats and lacing liquids to freedom. Why beat them when you can lead them like Moses to Egypt? Can't see the
Bullshit,
meaning in a
man.
sea full of cretins. For reasons I deepen, journeys of bleeding hearts, priests intervening, journeys of heaving, dark poisons of demons. Leave them, retrieve them, live to the even till they recede them. Believe them when they see them, carry legs with the region.
Ahead of everybody.
Scraps for the heathens.
Oh my God, it's about to happen again. Got him.
Passing by the average Joe, rocking in a fetus pose, fashion in Adidas clothes, bleeding like a
Beat
Jewish
it.
rose, spirit in the
Beat
sinus,
it.
longinus, breathing through his sinus, saints robe like Aquinas. You can smell the virus, it's leaking through his iris. Black plague or typhus, the black mage of Cyprus. Why it's getting quite late, don't you up and vacate instead of weaving staircase.
You better
Lead you
run.
to the air ring,
Get him.
around the crucifix, rocking in a Jesus pose. LG1MC, like a mutant's gnome. Only friends of Lucifers and demons call them lunatics. Petrified and lyrics don't carol cards and Christmas sticks. Pedals keep on trash cans. Metal teeth and
Look at this
crash
guy
cans.
behind you.
Let them sleep on crash cans. Let them
Oh.
keep the mask pants. Living by the temple. Living
Back
like
up.
a mythical.
Back up.
Evil eye, aggressive truth. Credo scribe.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Flash me. Come on. Give me some help. Hit him. Hit him. Yank. Yeah. Got your bitch ass.
Ready for the last dance. Heavy with the brass pen. Many for the mass men. Everywhere they pass him.
Black souls, pearly gates, rat holes invaded by snakes, tap holes in the murky lakes, and the scrolls of prophet spakes, witches on stakes, whispers in the holy place, scriptures in the broken vase, virgins disturbing. Here comes the sermon in the whirlwind. Vagabonds, the dragons on the church steeple. Don't hurt the people, curse to the evil. The suffering man with cuts in his hands, found luck in the trash can. Old lotto ticket, follow mystics to the gypsy district. Palm readers, psalm believers, stay calm till Easter. After that, the beast will reach up, throw a piece in jail. The crucifix, cold cool nails, impale the lamb, the son of man. John Wilkes Booth with a gun in his hand. Abraham Lincoln, what was he thinking? Start blinking, put his brains in the evening. 6 ways of the demons. Rally around the crucifix. Why you listen? Black magic practice. Don't say the name backwards. Or 3 times the beast shall climb out of the pit. Apocalypse, opposite of good. He walks with hooves. He talks to wolves. Feather in the hair from a falcon. Chief swimming bear spoke from a mountain. Savage grace, planet of the apes. Abandoned from space, landed in his place. We opened Kennedy's case. Centuries erased. CIA mistakes. Heartaches. That arch fake. Mona Lisa. Nah, that's Omen features. Roman with visas. Vatican preachers. Baphomet seekers. Blasphemous teachers. Grim Reaper. My pen squeeze buds. A reefer. So roll one up in your dome and smoke a bone to the most prolific speaker.
I'm not gonna make it.
Dear colony, I am gone and do not follow me. I left no pheromones. I'm on a mission of my own. Where I'm going is alone. Give the queen my regards. What I seen last week was so harsh it left my heart permanently scarred. During 007 hours during the Operation Termite Mound, I was left there bound. There was no food or larvae around. Our battalion searched the whole grounds. I was sent there with our liberators and corporals for some detainees on some classification of some other insects. Unknown. If they detest, we made arrests. That same night, the platoon had to find rest, so we slept inside of abandoned trapdoor spider nest. The very next morning, who came in swarming with some trapdoors trying to fight our sect. The combat resulted in a few more deaths, but we sung our mantra. We are ants. We are ants. And the plants we must protect. During the daylight, we gorged on millions of parasites, cut in pieces so many bodies of mosquitoes larvae. We are the original army of the safari. We eat fly maggots, bed bug eggs, cockroach eggs. You should watch them. They crack like tacos on a tray. Our strong mandibles can crack bones and tear through flesh of insects and chew through tissue of any animal. We're the smallest but the strongest of the botanical. We are ants. We are ants. Stare at the word giants and you'll see our name. During our march, we carry rocks, we carry leaves, we carry grains. Our body is armor. In our sector, we forge nectar. We'll give our lives to protect our base. Even if bears want our honey, ask the wood ass. We'll spray boric acid in your face. And it's not difficult when we get to the edge of a lake. We connect at the head, we connect at the legs. The others climb on top of us. They connect at the head, they connect at the legs. Over and over, connect at the head, connect at the legs. Patches of ants going over the waves. Now I'm at the end of my days, so I'm writing this page. As my heart beats slower and the time comes nearer, I'm also telling my story to a ladybug and a caterpillar. The ant slowly turned towards the caterpillar and started to cry. They said, though I had many blessings, only one I was denied. The caterpillar asked, what was that, old ant? The ant said, before I die, I wanted to stare eye to eye and talk to a butterfly. Lonely spider in the Philippines. Watch his eggs just hatch. Thousands of spiderlings. The web is a map of their memories. Wintry. Beneath the web, looking for a snack is the centipede. That said, the orb web been above the warm bed of Hormhead, the last pharaoh. Then he saw the shadow of a sparrow. Then he dashed quickly, my faded imagery, as I drift into a coma-like state, like I'm under anesthesia. I'm having a moment, a reflection on life, while experiencing amnesia. As the spider silk spins, in private as the night begins, the widow spider sits in the middle of a spiral, above a cracked window out in Cairo. The web is the mind of the spider, so it sends out signals as it's tribal to West Africa. The tarantula, the stamina, is venom killing random bugs. And rodents, it's so potent, they control the grounds in Madagascar. Threads of rain shower the grass. Above the terrain sits the queen with the red hourglass. Along the streams and the spread flowers of the past. She's the first architect. Her silk created the moon. As she spun around it 10 trillion times with her spinnerets. Then she harpooned to Neptune, forming a bridge, then released loose thread, forming a Y shape to make the stars connect. Her celestial cycles resonate synchronicity. Though to other insects, invisibility. 8 eyes, 8 legs, 8, the symbol of infinity. 8, 8 plus 8, my born date, the same tranquility. Babylon, the great mystery. I saw the spider form an enneagram, a wheel with inside of a wheel from the pineal gland. Upon each strand was a wavy cross that emanated a radiant energy that captured the moth. It flew into its soft. The spider wrapped it like a cloth, bit his venom in him, then turned him to a broth. Sucked his juices, the web then loosens and cut him off. The spiders. Winter's near, spinning spheres, packed in a double tetrahedral geometric array. The Darwin's bark spider weaved his arch higher in the cool of the day, then collected his prey. Webbed tunnels and funnels into round burrows like underground railroads. The Brazilian wandering spider lays his eggs. The wolf spider on the rock the sunbathe. One hung from a cave from one leg. Web spun in a cafe, Monday. The jumping spider and the peacock spotted dancing romantic for a mate, while the diving bell spider swim into his bubble deep beneath the lake. The golden orb is so strong that the people of New Guinea use it for fishing nets. Watch it glisten when wet. It's like pearls on the neck of a forest girl in a dress. The daddy long legs crawls down my memories till the song fades. The cobs is my pillow. The willow, I'm smelling salted caramel and cooked apple notes. The spider web catches a ghost.
Keep underestimating that heavy D. Keep rushing me. I'm gonna go right back in with the heavy D again. Keep rushing me.
Quiet, I'm in music mood. I can take a rainbow, make a Rubik's Cube. Stare at it hard, heavy mental. Squeeze it till it fall from my palms as Skittles. Reach behind your ear and pull a nickel. It's coming very clear, I'm official. Wipe every tear with a tissue. Open it, there appears a crystal. Here is a souvenir you make a wish to. Alchemist, jewels appear, take a fistful. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as coke. The child called a son of man was squeezed upon a boat. Shipped into another land with priests and the popes. A language he couldn't understand, he could only quote. Promised him his freedom from Edom if he vote. Gave him books that they wrote till he mastered the occults. His eyes caught on fire, he said his schools are a joke. All the books acquired, Timbuktu was the most. Straight jacket in the white room. It went from calling him a coon to a tycoon. His psych's doomed. Psych's doomed. Color of thought. Black and Jill ran up the hill from Sodom and Gomorrah. Black held jail till they beamed in a flying saucer. 100 mummies all over the walls, 100 mummies under the floors with all their king's servants and all their king's men. But Alexander the Great couldn't paint them black again. Struck by a slow arrow, fallen king, joined one of the old battles from the Benin. Stuck in his bone marrow, forgive us queen, a long cry, the end of the song guy. He saw his firstborn die, a storm rise, then calm skies. Sometimes fate takes the wrong guy. Nostradamus haunted by the ghost of Muhammad. Spoke to prophets, or culture conflicts, both for toxic. Selling a boat or take a rocket, Versace Merkaba. Master Musa Mali, Wally worshiper, smooth murderer, cool burglar, jewel interpreter. My anxiety attacks, keep my diary packed. I'm illuminated from the floor lights, like the statues of a black Israelite man of war night. I crouch and pick up some labradorite and put it inside my pouch. Then I'm blindfolded for the sword fight, but my senses are keen as I unearth fluorite for foresight. My sentence to their king, after I destroy your 9 soldiers, I'm coming after your life. I saw it in a dream, you must pay the Lord's price. He thought twice, he told his soldiers to hold, but they drew knives. Too late, then I asked him what was the reward like. I hope you got fatter than your children and your whole wife. His soldiers couldn't stand it as their grip got more tight. And I'm just hearing my diamond earrings as they try to step light. They're nearing, their king voice interfering. Hold. But I'm at peace, I'm one with my technique. When my index connect to my thumbs, I let my intellect My position switched, one step was off beat. Their king said, stop, stop. He knows I'm calm but deadly. My Torah aura, Anuma Elish fist, iron Islamic kick, my Kabbalah claw grip. Y'all still study under the Catholic catfish. Now witness my 7 chakras while the copper twist. My birthstones, earth tone, echoes as my Hindu hammer hits. Sit like the Buddhist, hermetically hearing the hiss of the caduceus. Serpents close to my ears like Medusas. My southern supreme mathematics plan bronze books of psalms. After I finished, I took up arms. I held the bomb. After I moistened my hand cells with balm, a coconut gel. When they enter my temple, different incense smells. I made my way to his palace, using different trails. I hid behind the wishing well. Leviticus law, I only eat fish with scales. The loner, I stay to myself, I never kiss and tell. You can always find me where mystics dwell. I was born a king, the 7 wise men bought me gold, pyrite and tourmaline. I write stronger since quarantine. Twilight, my aura gleams. Beam from the saucer, from the Elohim. Burn sage for the unturned page. Age. I'm better aged. A monk's cloth, incense, a bowl of pumpkin broth, shadow boxing while punching soft, studied a crane in the white stalk, carrying grains during a nice walk. In the spiritual plane, the butterfly changed to a nighthawk. By the springs, the cat and the night stalks. Monkeys sleep in the trees, above the monks and the keeper of bees. Silence, only eyes move as he reached for the tea. As they raise their cups, brother, pour some for me. He does some in portions. The pot is hot porcelain with designs of a tree. On his back was a tag in Taiwanese. In the morning we tie up leaves. Fan the smoke, hands the throat. Now relax. The cat always wait for the cobra to attack, then reacts. Reflexes before breakfast, tea beverage. You need leverage. Once again together. Breathing techniques. Stress-free. Practice over again, and let's eat. Mental footage of the spider web that captures a bullet. They sat with the Buddhists, young yogis, with sacks on their back, their feet were black, running over hot coal barefooted. The young man enters the temple every year hooded. Technique and patterns. On the full moon, on the right night, you can see the teacher glow like Goku, exchanging his spirit for the dragons. Pour oil in the lantern. Now, more practice. Sword and darts. The morning starts. Jordan's arc. We walk away when the temples fall apart. Bamboo treehouse, samples of dry leaves out to smell and taste. Complimented even Mr. Mihao. To meditate and read down, then practice Tai Chi now. If you concentrate during the day, you can see owls and the brown karate gi bow. This is the white fox in the crane style. Practice from sun up to rain clouds. Down the canal of my soul are the stories of 5,000 scrolls. I'm giving thanks within the riverbanks. Gnawing my pot inside the water to sip a drink. The script is saints, picture paints, the silver lotus. Kneeling soldiers in the field of roses. I reveal the soul of a billion poets from the planet of tea houses. 3 mountains, 3 falcons, song of the green islands. Be strong, but you need balance. The guard is my battle-axe and weapon of war. First steps on the floor, reflections on the wall, shadows under the door. The Pharaoh's son-in-law, light candles like the tea pour. The serpent coils, the tiger crouches. May you remain cautious in the rainforest. I am the gold shoe astronaut that landed on the planet of tea houses.
gosh, where's the help? How many people is freaking surrounding me? Oh my gosh.
Uncharted areas where you watch it vanilla. Star Trekker, you an astronaut in the stellar. Aboard a rainbow blimp with shocking propellers. The Metanetronic, the Tesla. Tetrahedron Phoenix Elder. Dragon Impaler. Demon Expeller. Orb spider webs above my head like dream catchers. The tarot card Queen Esther. The pharaoh god King Scepter. Several scars on his back, wings severed. Elohim Shepherd. Supreme message. I bring in records when your life seemed wreckage. Directed in problems of Mount Everest. But you climb until you reach higher climates. Becoming timeless. Walking down the timeline like Sahara Green Desert. Team effort, that's why I write to redeem peasants. Show them they light beams, though it might seem that their life's questioned. Though the world is cold, remember ice can be seen as fluorescent. So start adjusting, I'm just suggesting. You in God presence. Mind enhancers, they are answers to your hard questions. Stop the obsessive, overthinking. Do bipolar maintenance, control our drinking. Start addressing if it's too strong. I never used to do morns till I discovered Oolong, Jasmine Inanna. My tea, Nirvana, Korean espresso, Gali coffee, it's boring. Japan water pots, I scoop my tea leaves out of Pandora's box. Is Machiavelli sit your boiling hot, or cappuccino blow the cream off the top? I'm in the temples where the walls are orange rocks. Sit down with your boss, have a conversation. With your ex or yourself, more calm, less patience. Cause they'll be in their 50s, still not taking accountability. A cup of jasmine and aroma, liberty. Sipping tea, living free, that's your victory. Everything's real and up front, no mysteries. Some of y'all in relationships need releasing ships. And while you taste success, they taking demon sips. Nah, bingy riffs. Enjoy my dish, rice and peas and kingfish. Covenant code, I'm covered with nodes. Since they discovered my flows, the government's exposed. Cause I'm touching the souls while they're ducking the gold. Cause they corrupted our globe, so I struck UFOs. No pity upon those who's from the peoples of Congo. Billy in the cities of Longo, Chongo. The women here busy with long robes. The men with gypsy skin with crispy. Represented strong, bold. As they put arrow on crossbow. Then went to battle on horse from old. If the force was foretold and the seers predicted a loss, they put the war on hold, the scroll. But if they died in that same place they built the tribe, I planted seed, the gourd tree. Shout out to Schoolie D. He did Coochie T-I-M-E. 90s was Versace and Louis V. Well in our puberty. WHT and nudity. 60s with Malcolm and Martin. Black Panthers with Huey P. 2000s. Nas said hip-hop was dead. Fast forward, mumble rap read the eulogy. I said nothing to God's wrath influenced me. Priest back on his job to kill a foolery. Buffoonery and the coonery. Coons become Kundalini. Holy like Elijah slept under the juniper tree. Preach the super MC. Plus science before the revolution. Cause before Huey P. Newton there was Huey P. Neutrons. So while y'all plant seeds of fantasies, I'll be somewhere beneath the spheres grooming the tree. Tree. Early September, and already the smell of snow is in the wind. The earth goes quiet, its girth grows silent, life become virtual. The universe knowledge, the work of the timberman, the verse from the shaman, the search through the winterland, the church out in Shaolin, the monks bowing by the thousands. At night the wolves are quiet, but the moon is howling. Mountains where gods move, pulling from the womb of Phallus, and goddesses too. Eve in a tomb brought balance. Cause many met the doom with violence. Arrow shot, platoons play their tune with violence. But now that's victory, till their offsprings become kings, and they're next soon to challenge. Burn sage in Palo Santo, clear the airwaves, say a prayer, then bathe. Afterwards, dry off and shave, then stare in my mirror, I'm Van Gogh. My hand goes over rose hips and crucifix jade with candles. Slow bullets sung by the sultry voice of Sade fades off as summer soft, beginning gently come in. I reminisce as Stevie Wonder plays the piano, and so you wait to see what she'll do. That part of the song was my mantra. Maybe a monster started making matcha, some potted maca, light a flower, turn on the power. My double album is on for an hour. Place down my lessons, place down my Kabbalah. My face in space, cause I took the rocket. Now I'm the whole universe, and that's the size. And he said to the Lord, oh, let us behold your presence. And God answered, I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim you before the name Lord. And the grace that I grant, and the compassion that I show, El Go. My mic is like a tuning fork. Walk through New York like a human torch. Consuming thoughts, ancient Sumer taught. Became a killer priest soon as I removed the cross. Water bees gathered to the courts. Pick up the tablets that said you're the force. Around the atlas, you're the source. When I come to the Israelites and say to them, the God of your fathers sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? And what should I say to them? And Yah said, Hey Yah, Asher, hey Yah, he continued, thus shall they say to the Israelites, hey Yah, say to Behold the celestial kingdom, and the master that sat on the winged throne was looked upon as jasper and sardine stone. And round about the supreme being, the Elohim was shown in blue and green tones, in sight like the lights of emerald. Above them were the 12 creatures of the zodiac that resemble human and fish animal symbols, named in script for the 12 tribes of Israel. It was written by words there. Ibis, then came the mystics. They revealed the same pictures in the hieroglyphics, Bible scriptures. Disciples mystic, normal palette, enormous phallus. See me lounging in the gorgeous palace. Right above me, the aurora borealis. Quiet storm, the flying saucers were silent. They set in diagonal forms above the shores of the island. One came down, grew wings, and lifted me up like the claws of a falcon. Swing 7 mountains against my knowledge. Nature I challenge, and the heavens, all the legends are surrounded with malice. Even your rebels are cowards. I hold the subjects in countless forms in my palms, but calm like ponds, filled with ducks and swans. But in my eyes are storms. My fists turn bronze. I smile while I'm lifting the chalice. At dawn, I read the book of Psalms. It's the wrong that spoke to the desert farms, but they took it wrong. My hair grew long. Their eyes stared at the red icon. The sky disappeared as I died from his fears. As the day folded like a beach chair, the night opened up like a futon. I set my bowl to cool off. I like my soup warm. Then I made some loose leaf tea, master's choice oolong. Met the chief, he gave me turquoise and Tucson. Let me take you to the res and show you my newborn. We both walk with no shoes on. He told me about blue corn. I spoke at a symposium at the Smithsonian. On the big podium, I deciphered the glyphs with the holy men. Ethiopian, to the smell of frankincense from an ancient prince. Stirred with myrrh, sandalwood, and opium. The Australopithecus, Parthenogenesis, their gods going pyramids. Then they rob gold mysterious, the gargoyle stones lapidus. On a banded castle surrounded by red trees, which led from Thebes. Thieves died in the Red Sea. Moses, Marsha, Musa, Lotus, Pangea, Buddha, the chosen, seers, rulers. I am the future. Sunlight the moment it hits the earth. 432 hertz, turn up the pitch black. Listen to skin tones, melodies, melodies. The thunder is drums, it's giving us a drum roll. Then the lightning clash, the sounds is heavenly. It's music of the spheres, the notes our sun hold. From planet small to medium to large, to extra large to Mars, the stars, the Venus, then Earth is jumbo. Bacteria, mildew, and the dirt is fungal. Mushroom, much tombs, big oceans beneath the cellar's moon. 7 seas, Europeans, Africans, Indians, and Chinese, Taiwanese. They kill elephants for their ivory. Nuclear war, the elements turn fiery. Black youth on the wall, police shooting us all. Society, under Lucifer laws, murderers loosen the malls. Is there earth curvature? More suits for them all. God backwards, our rulers adore. Anubis, the only thing that keep me from being stupid is KP music. I plan to feed the masses with only 2 fish from out my basket. Bread, 5 loaves of high notes to help the psychos of disciples to ride boats. I stand out on the water. As I float, begin to walking. It's not me, it's Michael. You can do as I do. It's not physical, it's every individual is spiritual. Identical. You can't have my spirit and soul, just my chemicals. This is the sound of light. In my interview, echo from boundless night, whispers the pendulum, music of blackness, instruments of the penmanship, night spheres, ideas, just a few on the track list. The arrangements about Mercury and Uranus, all the stars entertainment. Production is the August, the maestro is the sun you see in August. A light show, while the forest singing chorus, the bright glow, hear the rushing of the waters. Star night glows, me and the universe sound alike, sound alike. To prehistoric raptors, Tyrannosaurus, metamorphic from deep waters to auric, to Vikings at Nordic, to cold forests, stew cause of food shortage. Life was auric, nights were warring, fighting swordsmen, rice and sausage. At night, lighting torches, native riding horses, dark ages Christ crosses, sages inviting forces, Seance, Trayvon. They haunts, liaison, fonts, croissants, restaurants, glance and pawns, fouls, gazette, glasses on, coffee, cigarettes, subs, vinaigrette, love, dinner sets, gloves, winter snacks, umbrellas, when it's wet, sun tellers, when it's wet, try all, the rise and fall, to be born, to die, and recall, disappear to the fall. Rising serpent, the crying virgin, ego, the dying person, rely on purpose. The genomes, the chromosomes, the trichomes, the psilocybin, the hills we travel to the fields of science, telescopes to reveal Orion, a trail of smoke, trains around mountains, everything we built from steel and iron, rock and concrete to our lives are complete, we can't eat. This also is vanity. What's better than growing old after starting family? Everybody wants to be king and queen, but when they die, all they say is goodbye. Maggots make a house for flies. All the merchants will arrive. The serpents will then rise from the skull down the spine, dissolving into time. We revolve, grab the line. King Saul and honey wine. To David, to Solomon, to Nikita, Ether, divine. The headdress of Kukulkan. Totep, feathered serpent, at Chichi Isna, where together they worship, beneath the solstice sun, war to come, the world age shift, serpent rising serpent, Mayan turban. We are astrovisitors, Sister Astrolopithecus, from a path from Genesis, from a past Leviticus to Revelations, when Christ has two witnesses, Sister Ethical Gilgamesh, to the records of the pyramids. This was the message from the villages, to the western hemispheres. Those with deaf ears, let them hear. Slave ships sailed, 9,000 miles, man, woman, and child. Descendants from ancient Israel, stole from the Nile. Just water and clouds, big fish and whales, and every living creature of the sea, and the air had foul, till the storm fell. They were under siege, youngest seeds amongst the kings, sat like a monk with his beads. From the oldest countries, from Ur to Babel, they disturbed the pharaoh. And Ur-Namel, God was the mammal. Be just and superb in battle. Wings up, eat herbs, burn candles. For King Tut, Egypt on camels. Threw him overboard, descended from the Cobra Lord, 9,000 feet down, headed towards the ocean floor. Giant spider crabs, ocean sunfish, the goblin shark in the dark, shells humongous, cold. He would never see the strange land where his people are sold. It's kinda quiet, it's getting darker, plus he's keeping his gold. A night at the bottom, he's seeing his father, Anubis weigh his soul. On a scale with feathers, it tells him this way you go. The lights felt warm, humid, his likeness forms of humans. Frightening storms, hot water pushed up, begin cooling. Pause in an updraft, the whole underworld began to twirl. Dry air clash, strong tides, huge waves splash. Forms of angels, tornadoes, now follow that path. Eyes sharpen, the sky darken, storm ships begin rocking. For those on board forgotten, with nose and lips like Akhenaten. Eyeball carried away to pick cotton. No sky guard can free us, only our conscience. Conflict, holy and cosmic. Ships were hit, lift from the bottom. Some were split, sunk in. Kings and queens towards the bottom, wearing the sun disk. What's the meaning of this? Something gleaming in the mist. Big statues, Prometheus. The priesthood rejoined in fellowship. Before the Greeks stood with their face on their coins, we knew that man was intelligent. Ancient books from Kush and Timbuktu broke down land and the elements. Natives at Eagle Rock drew their expressions that left their presence. East to western, they reached the heavens. Procession of the equinox. Stars born, suns burst, gods born, unearthed.
Profane our secret temple, enter the forbidden shrine. And what's more to the point, you have found out about the water.
Unearthed. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So beautiful. This is it. I'm from the haunted heavens. I came from shadow worlds of torment reverence. With black wings and eyes withdrawn on X's. Throwing a skull in flame. While I'm talking headless, fire and brimstone rain upon me alone in the desert. I'm telling dream stories through mirror worlds, where planets are scattered like marbles. The moons look like a million pearls. I rescued myself from imprisonment and execution. Of course my chest is tatted, revolution on my neck is the caduceus. One serpent going up, the other serpent coming down is conducive. How the sun spectrum go to rainbows condensing in the juices. First a tornado condensed into a volcano and to a pyramid. Here's a quiz. Chakra colors light up from the head to the navel. From purple like an eggplant to red like a tomato. Above the head is the halo, the aura, the angel. I walk through the valley of death, stepping over grave plants, echinacea and basil. I whisper little prayers, wishing you was here. Through a sage cloud, the brave native with the gray owl. Stay down before the flames, certain words you shouldn't say loud. After the holy name they bow. Two African men appeared in style. Come with us, my child. Walk past the tiger wrist to the blue Nile. Walk through the Gentiles, cook stew, pass food, and spoke with words that were used without vowels. Places and things, but they were not nouns. Particular verbs as they rolled the herbs. We spoke words without sound. Reflection, that's in the picture. The shadow, the mask that's in the mirror. The super ones I blow hookahs from. The holy house, the village of Vedas. The conscious kingdom of New Jerusalem. Episodes of sleep paralysis. Give me a priest or a psychologist. I got deep with the neurologist. Every day I wake her, she had to repeat dialysis. Now I'm at peace, my acknowledgments. Before the feeling was unsettling. Face on the floor, nightmares, corpses, snakes on the skeleton. Many call, few come, New Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Jordan. Recording. On the board. Pre-dynastic, throne seat of the Most High Masters. Holy as I open thy tablets, smoky as I rose from my ashes. This place is smoky like quartz. The rosy, cozy, warm lights approach me kind of soft. No longer house in this body, I'm thoughts. I'm a palace of conscience, I'm thought. Embryo tablets, general badges, from Jesus fanatics I came across. True believers, tactics that's taught. Their religions were off. I wish them growth and development is a piece of stone, most benevolent. So dark, so black, so thrown, so melanin. To resemble your shadow self. Some use boards or towels for help. Unloose cords really how's your health. For the past month, how have you been and how have you felt? If anyone asks you that, called you up, checked on you lately, if they really care, are you in their prayers? Are they concerned about your safety? Tumultuous times, anxiety attacks, started to feel lonely. You could, your treasures approach, pleasure those moments. Could you believe you're a throne seat? Imagine a throne seat, imagine a throne seat. Imagine a throne seat, imagine a throne seat. It's beautiful night, the musical pipes from Lucifer, light is waveforming on spring mornings. Oh, how high is thou fallen? Chief officer of the Lord's orchestra, high priest of the organs. Play the hearts for the brethren. Strum a G sharp in front of the Ark of the Covenant. Then play the F sharp major. They got jealous of the Savior. Left the group in the house of the Alpha and Omega. Narcissistic behavior. Became a traitor to the Creator. He was phony, but still a throne seat. Like Jacob. Imagine a throne seat. 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 Ceremonies. Cherubs holies of the holies of the holies. Saw seraphim slowly, but ghostly, boldly, ferociously. Spoken night terrors, they were seen but saw, mostly like light in the mirrors. The winter wind blew, they appeared in white like frost. Fire around their head turned to gold crown. They wore an ephod, a colorful breastplate. They held 7 stars in their right hand, rolled down. Their energy resonate, their countenance was as the sun shining in its strength. They were aligning as I glimpsed, their gaze shining from out of a disc. Around their waist was a jewel girdle with colors that were universal. Stones from onyx from blue to purple. Thrones of the darkness formed huge circles. And news virtue and aura from these altars. Spacewalk don't take orders. Great Walter from the saucer, sending out pheromones like these from my throne seat. Imagine a throne seat, imagine a 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 throne seat.
My bad. I didn't see you teammate. I didn't see you, nephew. I didn't see you.
Silent hurricane, balance the game. Quiet noise as the earth is hit by a fiery asteroid. Thick rain, thick rain on the wings of the astral plane. The unexplained such shining upon the 6 septillion tons of terrain. Y'all know her name.
Oh, my day.
21 ciphers she gained. Big Bird, Africa, then Earth, the Kemet, beneath the endless universe. Adventures of King Menace, mushrooms and herbs, perfumes, bathrooms and purge, her womb, black rule and serve. From castle, the fat moon observe. Absorb the all. Summer, spring, winter, and fall. Upper plains, systems evolve. Lovers change, remember, recall. We throw too many baby showers before getting to know the baby's father. She said the government gave me power. She gave his name to the state that he plagued with horrors. We celebrate those who come home from jail more than we celebrate those who come home from college. Do the knowledge, think about it, do some research, remove the 400-year curse. Underwear, be prepared, it's Mr. Universe, priesthood. Today the grandparents are transparent. Came a long way across the transatlantic. Rain, strong waves, hell man panics. Tiny ships tossed lost in the tides like the Titanic. Before we arrived, there was tribes that resided in the King. Then Columbus and the Spaniards taught Taínos to speak Spanish. Bilingual Negro was sandwiched. Conquistadors reached the shore. Brought their priests to meet the Moors. Cannonballs, Greeks with swords. Planet evolved, dinosaurs. Creation story, minds explored. Nations poorly, Mayan wars. Anunnaki, mining for. Ruby and gold. The beauty was sold, not Tufian scroll. Shashi, Sufi were old. It's the universe. I'm in a room that's cubic. Meditate like a Buddhist. Beneath the moon that's bluish. No clothes, I'm exposed like a nudist. My soul rainbows, angels movement. In the house tetrahedron. Level. Mr. the West Dragon. Up the planet's avenue. Four rings around Saturn too. Sword shaped the rhombic and monoclinic. Quantum physics. Snakes in space unnumbered. Triclinic. 5 prisms. My image. Finally hexagonal. When you look in depth, it's magical. To connect through text imaginable. To move alphabets mathematical. Horizontal, vertical, and lateral. Get in tune with crystals. You will soon search. New birth. Mr. Universe. This is like Mad Minds, a supreme alphabet. I'm the Koshik Arcade's alchemist, architect, marvelous artist with ancient texts. Alexandria's army, angelic Viking helm, psychedelic, the night, hellish night, sitting between the righteous elders. Like I only have one life from Zelda. I'm the Machiavellian monks amongst the macabre merry-go-round. Robot named Marvin, Microsoft Cyber Cypher sounds, shock the channeler. Watch you change colors. I'm Television Tron, the esoteric electricianist. I'm here to tune up your third eye. The Caduceus handler, the frankincense and murder. The loops I'm programming, a plan chief Walter Bird sky. Demigods had kindreds on Mars, descended from the stars into a glimmerton, as a hexagon fit into a pentagon. Recite heavy mental songs in the temple of crystal and bronze. From the tip of Babylon, I pick the Garacon, the foamy top of fissionalis mushrooms. We cut and consume with the natives that wore tattoos, and the bushmen from huts that touched and in tune with the dust. They wore tusk, ate only nuts and fruits that's heirloom. These tribes only took from the elephant if it died and used it for medicine to survive. The elements are alive, melanin starts to vibe. I meditate in the grove of lotus cloves. It's off an 8-directional road inside of a coven, sometimes called cosmic. I'm conscious Corey, Quartz or Larry Oldman. In my past life, I was known as the powerful prophet, the oracle, Otis Ocean. I have spiritually spoken. Exercise patience to trainer. I kickbox through hip-hop. I let the bass pump to make the place jump from disc jock. Girls do their head curls while brothers lift iron. My lyrics like a gymnast. I walk in, the devil splits. A Merca being an alchemist. Demons see me, then they dip between bars. I write with the green, make them look lean. And for that bread, they fiend carbs. Move weight, they seem large. Rhymes are vegetables. My time is flexible. Stretch the imagination way beyond incredible. I do steps and staircases, motivation, determination, preparation. That's my reps, perspiration, word of mouth. I told my old boss it's not working out. I trained for a new job, spit a few bars for Jizza and Ra. Heavy Mental was the Wizard of Oz. The psychic world of Walter Reed was Alice in Wonderland. Hidden album of Son of Man. Stood on my own amongst the clan. I'm the priest, I have muscle mass. My pen hit pad, my chin hits abs. Endless vocab, tremendous romance. Try my 8-album program. Your last skills, your flows there. On treadmills, you go nowhere. Rip the shreds, meet the polar bear. Cardio is my audio. It's my Cardi flow. You want beef, then work on calves. Outreach, come to my class. 2 times a week, the podcraft. AD, it provides you a seat. Beats by God's wrath. Voltage, explosive. Mark a Buddha, starring in the future with large cash, stars we pass, cigar ash, the smoke fill their jaws then pass to the left side, then counterclockwise, around and round till we oxidize. The mountain provides for the lost tribes. Cover boy, this is just exercise. No forest. Check my notes. Vanilla ice cream, dried fruits, white cream, fire leaves, pine trees, winding streams, baked orange, tangerine, pills, hills. The land is green, my hands are clean. Honey wine, Christmas cakes, hibiscus taste. The great outdoors explore, fish and lakes. Indoor, juices poured, biscuits baked. Forest of the happy ever after, that's the mystic place. Walking with the florist, all picking dates. The holy water, then I pour it with witches on stakes. Wait, innocent till I heard hissing snakes. The devils at the door desire to come in for a plate. Dessert citrus delicious as crisp when ate. Another devil at your window and you lifting the drapes. May I also come in? I have a jug of salted heart and pickle grapes. Oh, ye of little faith. Pull out the 4-5 nickel plate. Happy ever after. Manipulate fine. Let's all dine. Cranberry wine. Poured out a glass in the land of the mind. Gaze across the prairie into the sands of time. The man is legendary. In his hands is the rhyme. Surrounded by chakra fairies. Red, blue, and lime. Said hip hop's not ready. The fans knew the signs. Let's drop lots of confetti. He's finally arrived in the form of a bee from the hive. The breeze from the summer trees. The silk from the caterpillar that hung from leaves. The trunk tilt. The house built into the forest
of a happily ever after. Contours. A life full of love. Sparkling blue lanes. The key to life. Celebration. Careful movement.
All that banging you doing.
Old lady with a dust broom, almost dusk soon. In a lawn there, a pond grows magic mushrooms. Where the ducks cool, it's a magic luck pool. In the late afternoon, look up, there's the moon. In full bloom, the flowers giggle. The purple round head of the bushes. And the still they sung and whistle. Turkeys with crystal, very beneficial, but very little. Berries on these berries like cherries in the middle. One these spores of adolescence, called psilocybe azarescens. Called the village tribe manifested. Quite angelic, psychedelics, white and velvet, the head red like a biker's helmet. If you right, you're helpless. They flight the rounds quick. It's like lithium. Then the black cats start licking them. Wizards and witches pick the stems. They use us for magic and practice. Hallucinogens, you can take us in. There's a gnome in the cove. Quick, come in from the cold. Have a talk with the Navajo beneath the UFO. Come with me. Grab his arrow and bow. We're going hunting down a dark, narrow road. A patch of spinous cactus was laughing. Psychoactive aphids on the peyote. We hunting rabbits and coyotes. On the whole leaf with trichomes. There's 5 tones. Purple, yellow, green, blue, red. Wild grown. Roy Armstrong. Reindeers and beavers, bird feeders. Herbs keepers in the area. Amanita muscaria. The mushrooms are called the chariot. Breed buds called the indicas. Sativas with catechins. Breed nature, read Vedas. Beneath the tree, covered with cicadas. And the mushroom says, hello neighbor, said Jim Morrison from the doors. Now polyporous, welcome to our forest. See the IL Horus while I'm talking. The vibe of orchids, they're transported. It's still our waters, all unsalted. Due before the sunrise, we are the fungi. Summer couples, touch bloom. Summer truffles, mushrooms. Edible flowers, medicinal. Still is not mystical. Lookable, the tricks on you. Sababu, mystical. Beneath the cap, damn gills. None of that fish, lamb on scales. Send the best meals. Recipes, destiny. Since BC,
oh, come on.
From Demeter to Persephone.
Taking my legs out with one attack, man.
Long black eyes on both sides counting in the 5. In a tree above the ancient tribes with hives lived sisters that were all small in size. In the morning they would all rise and buzz above the buds, waiting for the opening of their love. Amongst the bushes and the tree shrubs. In Mexico, the old mechs would wait for them as they pollinate their cactus for the tequila. They were simply known as the healers. These small beings were winged, and they had stingers to sting to protect the queen. They were responsible for peaches, oranges, and apples and nectarines. The color of their bodies were yellow and black. The rest were rings. The insect for kings. On a full moon on the right night when it's totally dark. The queen of the bees come out out and talk with the wasp. We have all our ancient ancestors encased in amber. Great bees from the past that protect us from the bear and the badgers. They are the masters of the pastures. The wasp spoke off top. I scavenge from the bottom during autumn. While y'all fly above the garden looking for pollen, I see a problem, cause I search amongst the doom beneath the moon. While y'all eat that which bloom and blossom. Quiet, the possum. They tell me you have magic, royal jelly. Y'all really came up since y'all evolved from us. And y'all from the ants before y'all were ever was. The universe buzzed. We all can agree that the breed gave rise to the plants, and plants gave rise to the canopy, such as the banana tree. They're different strands of weed. We are the bees. Since the larvae we were garvey. Our colonies are responsible for spinach and collard greens. Y'all are solitary. The ants have an army. We have workers and servers and drones inside our comb, high above the Tassili stones and the pygmy homes, before people unknown, places where gypsies roam, encased inside a hexagon-shaped cone. The sweetest taste that man can't duplicate, it can't be recreated or grown. Before the flood separated countries, before Egypt had mummies, the bees made honey.
They run away when there's a fight. I swear, man. Stop eating.
Two beautiful birds on a pole high above the curb. I observed till one opened his beak and spoke words. He said,
oh my God, you're hitting me.
The other bird said, the leaves are growing, the flowers are showing, I'm aware. That's when a squirrel came down, looked around, and looked up and said, what are you guys talking about up there? One of the birds said, top of the morning. The other bird ignored him and started talking about how human technology polluted the air. He said, it's just not fair. How they use the machines to cut down trees, and they know that we live there. It's words that sound like chirps, echo. The other bird said, breathe in deep. Now let go. You smell that moist meadow? The peppers and the sweet corn, the top of carrots, that's when the parrot came down and said, hello. His head was green and his body was yellow. They both stunned. They asked, where did you come from? He said, my owner's cage from out of his window. In the building across the park, on the other side of the railroad. Then the bird revealed, I think I've been on the sill. You've been in the cage with that funny looking dog with the red nose. Yes, the owners call him Joe. Well, I think I ought to go. Oh, just so you know, be careful. Last week they just found a couple of dead crows. Okay, so long. Then one of the birds looked down. Look, there go that lady again by herself pushing a baby carriage. Last week I saw her fighting that guy. Guess she couldn't save her marriage. And there goes that man alone again, sitting on the bench throwing bird seeds. I see him every day. I wonder where he stayed. Look, here comes the bees. So much joy in the world. Look, there's that boy and that girl, they holding hands. And there's the kids with the bucket and the plastic shovel, molding sand. Woe unto man. Do you think they will ever understand? I don't know. He wants to be royal, searching for oil, drilling big holes in the land, disturbing the plates, causing the earth to quake. Wait, there goes that nice couple with a bunch of kids loading a family van. The dad has beer and a fishing rod. Do you think it's the season for cod? I don't know. He might be going for trout or big mouth bass. Watching it rock. Both the birds flock. The kids laugh as it was thrown. The birds said, how ironic. Just think of the logic. They tried to kill us both with one stone. silhouette of twisted trees keep silent watch. Pheromones assist the bees through the island's park. Right off the keys, nature balanced the sharks. The end of day, the sun fades, now it's dark. Ghostly shapes approach the lakes. Bears, mooses, and mostly snakes. In the wilderness, forests are open space. Might see the coyotes giving goats a chase. Vineyards and landscapes. Beaver spit logs, dams create water breaks. The beautiful sun, the order of rays. Upland heaths, ocean reefs, open beach. Mountain peaks, a falcon screech. Above grasslands, rocks and crystals surround the creeks. And the ponds that grow thick layers of peat. And moss in the marsh. A puma was sound asleep, now he creeps. Predators all compete. The prey got away cause his hole was deep. The buffalo and sheep, but the wolves are low and they sneak. Navajo put the arrow in the bow for me. You're on the premises of the wilderness. The spider makes the squire, the architect of brilliantness. Only nature the best at skills with this. How many hills exist? How many mountains to your pyramids? I know it's magical. The holly tree made of Hollywood. The magic stick, tap the hat, grabbed and the rabbit lift. Alice, the Wonderland has a glitch. In the forest of the happy ever after. Nature.
In the forest of the happy ever after. Nature.
In the forest below the orbits, the enchanted land of sources, in the land of the Moorish, planted by the florists that put Atlantis under waters. Before the woolly mammoth started walking, amongst the first transit were the horses. The flood was high, above was the sky, and on the flower was a clouded butterfly. The rain showers washed the mud out his eye. He flaps his golden yellow wings amongst the meadow of rose petals in spring. The sun is hot, it heats up the streams. Dad let off its waters in the seas. As day break from the holy night, thick fog appears ghostly white, leaving a dew on the frontiers like chandeliers. Shimmer when it's bright, the forecast changing contrast, dimmer the light. The winter is ice. The microphone's a tracker device, a tuning fork for me to find the room in your thoughts. Beneath the white moon is frost. It comes down soft, I am sauce.
Forest of the happy ever after. Nature. In the forest of the happy ever after. Nature.
Had a date with summer, she said Leos have egos, what make great lovers? That's all that she knows. Ocean, white seagulls, sky turns purple, Virgo. On the sand with Merlot, her clothes off, her skin so soft, it turned cold, wind from the north, beneath the purple spinning sky. Let me tell you about my twin, Jim and I. We were wet from the waves till our linen dried. Then the sun started to fade, then in tide. It's all love, but I hate when women lie. She said she was just my summer flame. Wait till spring, she'll come again. She kissed me gently, I rubbed the winter hair. White as snow, we said cheers to our New Year's. Right in flow, the night is cold. Come here, put this jacket on. My dear took some tongue cat, Ollie, and horny goat, Capricorn. It's getting late after dawn, let's make some passion porn. She said, wait, let me score them till the autumn. It's like a lake when we falling. Brown, orange, sound of birds calling. Don't beat around the bush, get to the point. Taurus, or envy poison. Left as a corpse in the cold. Scorpio, coffee in the loft with some weed roll. A kilo, fish scales, Pisces. Summer of love, sheer bliss. Reminisce, kiss and tell. Ocean, boat sails, big whales. Times I bet she said, this is the season. Let's take a picture. Aquarius, pouring out a heart. Take a chariot like a cherry pick. Seasons, morning till it's dark, like Sophia the Caesar. She said I should never leave her. Thoughts laying on her heavy. Libra, you be my angel, I'll be your leader. She looked back at me. Don't be a jackass, Sag. Couldn't think of why you always stay mad. That's why we always bump heads. Aries, I used to drill it like a ram. Relationship got cancer. Sideways, held on things like a crab, especially our past. But seasons are our destiny's last. Forever November 22, a stick of gum, pennies and glue. Loafers on sofas with you. Mocha, posters of us too. Seasons. Summer, spring, fall, season. All seasons. talking numbers. Even on the train that's coming, lights in the tunnel. I'm standing at the terminal of eternal jewels.
God is love. See, you just did. The same thing that created the tree created me. It's the same element that created water created you. Same element that creates the wind and the rain created woman. God is everyone and everywhere.
I said it before, I'm a melody, a metaphor. I'm the L-O-V-E, comma, MC, comma, mentor, comma, Assalamu alaikum, breaking, Satan, embracing the day sun with night arms, quite calm. You see peace as we sleep, as you stare in the spheres, you hear light bombs, distorted noise, distant thunder, a sense of joy and mystic wonders. Spring is escorted into fall's courthouses in the winter season to visit summers.
The moon and the stars, the fields full of grain, the soft summer breezes and the mountain rain that all belongs to my Father.
Abba, now it's your Shabbat alright. Old Mount Zion, snowy outline. I watch you closely, then slowly they walk in the Kobe Bryant.
Oh my God.
What is he saying? Then behind I saw thousands of musicians playing instruments, intimate actors and entertainment giants, masters of science. In a path with their guidance. I'm in the craft when I'm writing. I am brass, I am diamonds. I wear masks to keep them shining.
I believe in man. I believe in woman. I believe that we can change anything that's wrong. I believe that God gave every man and every woman the power to change, to cause effect, to treat people decently. We have the power to feed the hungry children or not to feed. We have the power to give and then administer justice or non-justice. We have the power for everything.
I dissolve the Old and New Testament like it's peppermint. His gospel opened up my nostrils. The treatment's like a medicine. It secretes within my tonsils. Then I speak counsels to my apostles. Like it's heaven sent, like Jesus in the Nephilims. I'm in past and present tense. To a master devil Schmidt, to the upper class of presidents. Whether testosterone or estrogen.
Wait a minute, the colossal bones left evidence. Paintings of these ancient astronauts, only stones or copper tones. Solid, let's make an estimate. Chisel, then place the rocks on its phone. Then put it in its box that's unknown. The sun is hot, ozone, layer, prayer. Watch, time stops, the invention of hip-hop. This is a microphone. The scenery is like a twilight zone. That's how I write poems. As I hone in, my third eye combs. Then combs through ancient black civilizations and highlight thrones. Blood type Israelite to the real Christ is shown.
Do you believe in God? That is God to me. God is the air, women, men, children. We are made in His image. So my philosophy is, if we're in His image, we must really be close to Him. So man and woman must be a part of Him. That is God.
Outside near a pond where the grass is high, passing by where the dragon flies. Their bodies like liquid metal, their wings like stained glass. One landing on an 8-leaf petal to sip some rain from grass. Old as an ancient past, old as the bees in the meadow. For centuries on the reeds where they settle. Their history is like tea in the kettle. Submerged till above with the birds. Aquatic like mud in the herbs. Exotic, some genies have furs. Melodic, European ones surge. Over 300 million years and still here. They look unreal above rare. They flying skills none compare. I saw one fly that stood completely still in mid-air. The dragonfly. Springtime, they're always near. A pond or a lake, that's where they're gonna find a mate. Below, fishes spawn for the bait. Dragonfly nest, almost got 8. But just wait, the hunter become the hunter. It might last the entire summer. Dragonfly larvae in this hunger, the most vicious predator on the reservoir. Life aquatic, let's explore. Microscopic on bed and floors. They were here before the dinosaurs and the great China walls. The first ape and the lion roars. Dragonfly took shape before the snake was worshipped on the Mayan shores. Dragonfly before diamonds was forged from Africa and science was law. The Odonata in for order. And the Sapura before man was dying from swords or triumph in war. The dragon was sore, face like a hammerhead shark, encased in the amber red art from the sap of a bark. Who said that the plants and the trees wouldn't help man with modern day charts? For the dragonfly. Dragonfly, 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 dragonfly. Shit, I want to know. Dragonfly, dragonfly. Dragonfly, 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 dragonfly. Beast. Yes. Everything's fat. Bank account.
It's called Namakwaland, after the Nama people, the Bushmen of long ago. And it's a part of our planet unlike any place else. Heat blasted, frostbitten, and windblown. But the Nama knew this land had a secret, the tenacity of the life that hides between its stones. They knew that the land could awaken and blossom into a paradise of flowers.
Cotton grass, willow buds, little buds, midsummer clouds billow above, white doves over ponds below, minnows grub, fish spawns, water lilies, slimy slugs, timely bees buzz, the season of love, sunbirds.
And perhaps the Bushmen knew that the glory of the spectacle in some years outshines all others.
One word, undisturbed through the grasslands, superb through the suburbs. Water dew condenses, then trickle down into the roots. Moles make the soil more loose. They dig holes and coils and loops. At night the owl hoops, while the flowers talk in groups. Pollen from flowers in Shaolin, or remote islands, or coming from the smoke from mountains. Yesterday I spoke to the falcon. He had a rabbit in his talons. I said, why so much violence? The falcon said, silence. For nature itself must have balance. True, but we get our sustenance from the sun. My petals are succulent. I sit amongst rocks where rivers run. Daisy, Chinese rose, orchid, parrot flowers, getting cold. Billion and billion of years old. Water makes us grow. We are patches, we are rows. Divine order, the lifeline to the vine of the orchid. Today I'm a flower, tomorrow I'm a forest. Our big brothers make Guatemala chocolate. The falcon turned to me and said, I am Horus. And we said, peace be unto you, for we are the lotus. As the praying mantis emerged from out of his petal, hocus pocus, stay focused. I was waiting for grasshopper or locust. We are life and death.
This is not snow, but sharp quartz pebbles in the Knersflakta region. The word means gnashing of teeth, and perhaps was inspired by the grinding of the early trekkers' ox wagon wheels as they crossed this desolation back in the 1600s.
The best time to see owls is at dusk. The best time to see owls is at dusk. Right when the sun's going down, I see squirrels and little mice running around on the ground. A small little light because it's dark now. Oh shoot, stay quiet. I heard a hoot. Could be a barn owl. It's gonna be a full moon out. Took my car, headed south, highway to the forest route. Cause today I wanna see an owl. Today I would like to see the owls. Past the bay and the bayous. Hiking my way up the trails. I noticed some mushrooms, the turkey tail, maybe some lime manes, Some cheese next to a TP. I'm gonna source the Anemita mascara and wait I'm on the scale. Get powers, psychic powers. Next to the lake. The best time to see owls is at dusk. The best time to see owls at dusk. A Leo, a Virgo, she told me she was born on the cusp. We just stayed there looking up for the owls. Ooh, ooh. For the owls. On the creek. The dusty forest. The lake. Even the orbits. And the waters. Air dust. There it is. Horn or barn owl. Thank you. Sing the owl. Our family has seen the owl. Summer, fall, winter change into spring. Warm winds came, young and small. Grass is tall, to grains with the membrane, to the big bang. Hurricanes, stellar waves, the thick rain. Storms to someone lit flames. Plants off a cliff hang, and caves. Graves or hieroglyphs, cuneiforms. Engraved, the day is dawn, the age is gone. Whether made from an egg or clay, we stillborn. With head, arms, and legs, for neutrons, electrons, protons. Till our ghost gone, and life goes on, and so on and so on. The light shows in the cosmos, the water and ice on our globe, the stars glow. There's pockets of dark holes. We take rockets, there are no cargo. We're just God souls, eating mushrooms near much lagoons in African huts, Cameroon. Dust from sand dunes, light your candle beneath the tan moon. Eat with hands or spoon, walk with Campbells, walk in sandals. Take a swim for your health, to find kelp, you find self. Matter of fact, while you in that habitat, find some bladder rat. It helps clean out your blood and clears up cataracts. After you adapt, find sea moss and the right tree barks to make tea broth. Take the leaves off, just leave the root, and squeeze to make beet juice. We have teeth to eat fruit, lips to sip soup. Those from the Neanderthal groups kill meat to produce chicken and goat stew. Now smile with gold tooth, then sell to us what we call soul food. Now we take old loot from old school music moguls like slow grooves, then speed it up or slow it down through Pro Tools. This is Gorilla Quartz, Jaguar Jasper, and Opal. If you don't want estrogen, stop eating tofu. I'm on testosterone with a melodic throne. I'm taking a rocket home beneath the scarlet sky, above a gothic dome. Empty roads, mountains high, where darkness cold. Stands the man rapping, his eyes sparkling, holding a black microphone, reciting vibrant poems from the light to unknown. What my writing shown, the psychic's been known. I am the known. Indonesia, abandoned arena, carvings of canvas and Shiva, where merchants and sellers and tiger keepers, their stripes were black as night, laid over orange coats, they laid dormant for goats, ambush when they strike, caught a ram by the brook, then they bite, touch his light, windpipe, tiger stripes, eyesight, in the twilight, okay they love to swim, speed lines, they're bigger than all of them, their design is beauty on all their skin, I dreamed of a Bengal and karate gi, the slippers like Bruce Lee, they move loosely through safari trees, East the MC and the greatest rider, East the greatest fighter, the tiger, eyes like fire, his mouth goes wider, covered in the sun's attire, none is wiser, savage becomes desire, the tiger, the symbol for bombs and variety, they claws long when they bite you, during storms a strong survivor.
Can't come up here. Oh shit. Sit down.
Beaten with many stripes, the archetypes, many emperors paid the top price to capture and cage their beauty, stars bright above, mother and the cub, symbol of strength and love, the buffalo, they're drenched with their blood, they're creeping across the lake. This is more than frosted flakes, unstoppable, the force they embrace. Thai, Indian, Siberian, respected of tribes that been here millenniums, arenas of Olympians. Let's ask the dojos, instructors and grandmasters, and wait for their answers about the tiger.
This.
They forgot to turn on the electric fence. This makes no sense. I'll grab the hen, you take they chicks. Let's split. There's 4x6. Beretta's on top of the roof. He said, Silver, there's more in the coop. But he said, let's leave all as a group. Just then, all the lights came on. The barn door opened up. They heard the hounds and the foxes were gone. They hit the holes that they dug. Chicken still in their mouth. Popped out and then rolled over in mud. Zigzag through the grass real fast. The fox that was last passed. The alpha fox in the flash. Head towards the night forest and splash. Through the puddles. Keep up the hustle, they use every muscle. Trees they're gonna cut through. Across the wheat perry, the night is airy. But to eat and feed is necessary. Over the branch, through the fog, over that log. Keep running till we hear no dogs. Word up, says the frog. Where y'all headed? Says the hog. Far behind, the farmer's in pursuit. He had a stovepipe hat and size 10 in boots. He said, God nabbit foxes that got in my coop. Those nincompoops. Then he told his men to shoot. There was an old dying tree. The fox hopped into his roots. Fox chase! Fox, fox, fox chase, fox, fox, get 'em. So catch us if you can, it's that small country life, we eating hundreds of mice. We got your chicken, this our run for the night. Big ears, bushy tail, the woodsy trail. The fox is split up by the lake and the quail. Hid under the reeds, butterfly cocoon, saw the native canoe. Water snakes and raccoons, fools on their hills, Davy Crocker and Daniel Boone. Something about the foxes gave them the willies, hillbillies, didn't do diddly diddly. Bootlegging and moonshine, but the foxes got away, they won this time. Fox chase! Give 'em, fox chase! Fox chase! Saloon shows, tombstones, hot summer, full moon glows. We know the dang fool. You boys in the cahoots cooking stew. It's night, but Fox gonna be out. Hand me my shooting iron. Go out back and lock up the coop. Shoot. I'm sorry, Pa, I misremembered. I was reading the book on Billy the Kid's Adventures. Go out back and set up them traps. Foxes. But the foxes were way ahead of them watching. The silver fox said, all right, leash, this is it. They got excited. We had hit him about 6. The fat man has his toothpick, a straw hat, the skulk pack. We foxes fall back, in-laws with chew sticks. Oh, we're gonna get them chickens. Ah, we're gonna get them chickens. Get them. We're gonna get them chickens. The moon was silver. They assumed we the killers. Tricksters, your chicken will be delivered soon as y'all moonshine and liquor. They watch by the pine, red coats by the oak. We already in the farm with the goats. Shh, wait to clear coast.
Wait a minute.
All right, Foxes, this is it. Black, red, silver. Get in the back. You know how we do it. I've been here all night, boss. I got it. With Foxes, they draw a line, we cross it. Then we move the line. Then we erase the line. Foxes, we're clever. Alone or together.
Gosh, on this map?
Feel like I'm finished, diminished, defeated, worthless. Alcohol urges. What's worse is I had no purpose. Till I got level-headed, the devil jetted. I'm by myself, I went esoteric. Featured guests on Beneath the Surface. Came to the studio, then left before Jezza heard it. You didn't even know I had about 2 or 3 verses. About the pilgrimage, then the prayer. I wish I would have said them. I held back, it wasn't my beat. Oh well, maybe the verses will come back to me one day. Time will tell. Shout out to Master Killer, that's my ninja. His grandmother Stu, we both rap for Jizza. We both telepathic, but he painted graphic pictures. We both wrote to cassette tapes. He told me I had a rhyme called Heavy Mental. I told him I had an album called No Set Date. Ideas, man. So after a while, I changed my name to Ghostface. Back then, Shabazz name was Raekwon. Ghost's name was Priest. I remember RZA as Inspector Deck, and the Rebel INS only made beats. Yeah, I remember that. The engineer name was Capadon. How could I remember that and I wasn't even born? I came in the game later on as XXX Extension. But how's that even possible if I'm gone? Haha, I'm still here, I'm just in greater form. What if I told you how the pen and pad in my hand was an instrument and I just play jazz, I'm in a band? The life of the party, cigarette, excellent social skills, top hat and coat, I'm just a regular man. What if I told you I sliced myself in the throat and left myself dead in the sand? And that I'm not from America, but I'm from Sudan. And I'm not suicidal because I use the Bible. Hold up. I see the world through a moth lens. Flower buds, soft stems, all filmed. It pause in the wind. Then they pause or walk with a friend. Acorns, where the weather stay warm. Day storms, peaceful nights, beetle lights. Lightning bugs, all genotypes. Silver moon, gleaming bright. Lullabies, butterfly, the ring of life. Mushrooms, medicinal plants, cut and prune, pluck and groom. The natural aromatics is like a brush of perfume. Pollination is part of the process of populations. The Nanzantico Nation, ungodly cases. Sunrod is sacred. I'm about to replay on Spaces to Place. Unbox your favorite, kids playing and watch Fox chases. The tribes of Indians been knew about mycelium before the rise of millenniums. Aborigines and Abyssinian, big slabs it was written in. My thoughts divine. I go to the pen whenever I cross the line. I do the time. I'm locked in. Behind bars, I'll give you a gem. They say my brain cells, the walls are like some sort of a jail. I'm trying to complete my sentence. Trials of being blackmailed. Courtroom is guilty.
How many people shooting at me though? Nobody gonna shoot at anybody else? The whole entire, everybody looking at me. Nobody looking what the fuck.
Astronomers drawing on the blackboard. The Andromeda, equations of the asteroids. Distance kilometers, inches how the crab voyage. How did water get here? Billions of years. It traveled from the spheres, solid but clear. Hydrogen, helium, through pockets of air with lithium, millenniums. Droplets appear from temperature and pressure. The oxygen there. There, reigned for billions of years before light. It brought life and its brilliance here. Through glaciers of ice, mountain sites and frontiers, motion of oceans, peaks as the sun appears.
Come on!
Creeks, city critters and beasts come near. from a
doesn't
single
stun.
proton,
That's like
snowfall,
some
then
kind
a
of stun
neutron,
shit.
huge
It doesn't
storm,
stun them.
develop close bond, deteriorate, adjust your
My legs.
equilibrium,
Oh,
and
my
seeing
legs.
holes with the tears in them, the freezing cold over aliens, Dravidians. Stains through dry period. Stars collapse, infuse heavy elements in their core. Rain pours, drains in the floor. It goes around in the loops. It's underground in the roots, even found in the fruits. It covers miles of
Thank you. Where was y'all? Where the hell were y'all? They all over our base, man. The base, people, the base. They're at the base.
Floating in the ocean around the Antarctic. Killer whales leave a trail. They come back for the meet the whale carcass. That was trying to make a meal out of krill. They were hunting silver, came back for the easy target. They even hunt dolphins. Speak on a higher conscious. Communicate through sound. Underwater, the language they use is all sonic. Vibrating, electronic. They in tune with tectonics. These underwater rockets are wet carbon. On the glaciers are the emperor penguins, which the kings and queens go for a swim. Black and white, with blubber under the skin. Underneath, there's the bluefin. And killer whales deliver cells like plankton. Tune in. Young killer whales playing, cruising. The orchids are talking. Moving along, squid. Not just king of the waters. We the king of all fish. Most intelligent. Check the list. Excel. Killer whales. Killer whales.
Help me.
Killer whales. Killer whales. Lions. Defiant. Sunbeam, keep quiet, moving silence beneath the climate. It's freezing, but they pups unaware. There's danger all around them. They got them trapped on this island. Caught a pup, threw him in the water fouling. Playing tennis with them, killer whales of talent. Got them going back and forth bouncing, just teasing. They even kill sharks, then leave them. Even lower in this art, they're beneath them. Very playful.
Oh my gosh!
A grown folks conversation over seafood. Killer whales, orca, cold, deep water. Old historical stories, found in the myth as well. Quiet, listen to the voice of the killer whale. Killer whales, killer whales, killer whales. Killer whales.
They're gonna plant another bomb. Yep, there it is. Oh, this is no hope here. You keep planting it there. I can't defuse it again.
Dear colony, I am gone and do not follow me. I left no pheromones. I'm on a mission of my own. Where I'm going is alone. Give the queen my regards. What I seen last week was so harsh, it left my heart permanently scarred. During 007 hours during the Operation Termite Battle, I was left there bound. There was no food or larvae around. Our battalion searched the whole grounds. I was sent there with our liberators and corporals for some detainees on some classification of some other insects. Unknown. If they detest, we made it rest. That same night, the platoon had to find rest, so we slept inside of a abandoned trapdoor spider nest. The very next morning, who came in swarming with some trapdoors trying to find our set. The combat resulted in a few more deaths, but we sung our mantra.
No help.
We are ants. and the plants we must protect. During the daylight, we gorge on millions of parasites, cut in pieces so many bodies of mosquitoes larvae. We are the original army of the safari. We eat fly maggots, bed bug eggs, cockroach eggs. You should watch them. They crack like tacos on a tray. Our strong mandibles can crack bones and tear through flesh of insects and chew through tissue of any animal. We're the smallest but the strongest of the botanical. We are ants. We are ants. Stare at the word giants and you'll see our name. During our march, we carry rocks, we carry leaves, we carry grains. Our body is armor. In our sector, we forge nectar. We'll give our lives to protect our base. Even if bears want our honey, ask the wood ass. We'll spray boric acid in your face. And it's not difficult when we get to the edge of a lake. We connect at the head, we connect at the legs. The others climb on top of us. They connect at the head, they connect at the legs. Over and over, connect at the head, connect at the legs. Patches of ants going over the waves. Now I'm at the end of my days, so I'm writing this page. As my heart beats slower and the time comes nearer, I'm also telling my story to a ladybug and a caterpillar. The ant slowly turned towards the caterpillar and started to cry and said, though I had many blessings, only one I was denied. The caterpillar asked, what was that, old ant? The ant said, before I die, I wanted to stare eye to eye and talk to a butterfly. Lonely spider in the Philippines. Watch his eggs just hatch. Thousands of spiderlings. The web is a map of their memories. Wintry. Beneath the web, looking for a snack is the centipede that said the orb web been above the warm bed of Hornhead, the last pharaoh. Then he saw the shadow of a sparrow. Then he dashed quickly, my faded imagery, as I drifted to a coma-like state, like I'm under anesthesia. I'm having a moment, a reflection on life, while experiencing amnesia. As the spider silk spins, in private as the night begins, the widow spider sits in the middle of a spiral, above a cracked window out in Cairo. The web is the mind of the spider, so it sends out signals cause it's tribal to West Africa. The tarantula, the stamina, is venom killing random bugs. And rodents, it's so potent, they control the grounds in Madagascar. Threads of rain shower the grass. Above the terrain sits the queen with the red hourglass. Along the streams and the spread flowers of the past. She's the first architect. Her silk created the moon. As she spun around it 10 trillion times with her spinnerets. Then she harpooned to Neptune, forming a bridge, then released loose thread, forming a Y shape to make the stars connect. Her celestial cycles resonate synchronicity, though to other insects, invisibility. 8 eyes, 8 legs, 8, the symbol of infinity. 8, 8 plus 8. My born date, the same tranquility. Babylon, the great mystery. I saw the spider form an enneagram, a wheel with inside of a wheel from the pineal gland. Upon each strand was a wavy cross that emanated a radiant energy that captured the moth. It flew into its soft. The spider wrapped it like a cloth, bit his venom in him, then turned him to a broth. Sucked his juices, the web then loosens and cut him off. The spider Winter's near, spinning spheres, packed in a double tetrahedral geometric array. The Darwin's bark spider weaved his arch higher in the cool of the day, then collected his prey. Webbed tunnels and funnels into round burrows like underground railroads. The Brazilian wandering spider lays his eggs. The wolf spider on a rock to sunbathe. One hung from a cave from one leg. Web spun in a cafe. Monday. The jumping spider and the peacock spotted dancing, romantic for a mate, while the diving bell spider swimming to his bubble deep beneath the lake. The golden orb is so strong that the people of New Guinea use it for fishing nets. Watch it glisten when wet. It's like pearls on the neck of a forest girl in a dress. The daddy long legs crawls down my memories till the song fades. The cobs is my pillow. The willow, I'm smelling salted caramel and cooked apple notes. The spider web catches a ghost.